Hi, you're listening to The Island of a Lost Pilot by Rajesh Bhatia, narrated by Deepak Agnihotri. Chapter 1. The Departure from India. How much will I look in front of Salman Khan? I think I will not look that bad, said Rohan to his father, Shekhar, showing his pumped-up biceps and standing in front of a life-size upper body posture of Salman Khan in the same pose as the actor was. You look very good, said Shekhar, keeping aside his dumbbells. But Salman Khan is an exception. He has worked very hard to achieve this physique. Yes, there is definitely some difference, but you are also not that bad. Work hard and you will look even better because you are much taller. Shekhar and his son Rohan were working out in their personal gym one evening. Both were like friends and their likes and dislikes were similar. The likes were automobiles, bikes, machines and exercise. Dislikes being cigarette, liquor and unhealthy food. Shekhar was 47 while Rohan was 21. A few years back, Rohan was a skinny teenager with only 48 kg body weight. Inspired by Shekhar, he started exercise in their home gym, in which gradually different equipments were added, as and when required. Initially, Shekhar used to give him some exercising tips, but later and currently, Gautam, former Mr. Delhi, was his trainer and diet consultant. And now at 77 kg body weight and 5 feet 11 inches height, he looked perfect. But Rohan was not yet satisfied. His role models were Salman Khan, John Abraham and Hrithik Roshan, and he wanted to become like them. At 9:30 p.m., Rohan was usually in the gym when Shekhar returned from his factory, a small engineering and manufacturing unit situated in Gurugram. Shekhar immediately used to join Rohan and enjoyed helping his son with heavy weights while working out like bench press, squats, etc. Shekhar was physically very fit, but not in the habit of lifting as much weights as Rohan owing to his age. Rohan would often comment to his mother that he was stronger than his father, that dad was not able to lift even 50 kg at the bench press, while he was able to lift 80 kg easily. Shekhar would simply smile at this and become very happy at his son's strength. A grown-up son is worth an asset. During his younger days, Shekhar had also tried to develop a muscular body, but because of financial factors, as his father had expired when he was only 15, and lack of time and resources, he was unable to become what he wanted to be, but was happy about Rohan seeing his youth in him. The 45 minutes regular workout at this age, simply to accompany his son, has also not gone wasted, as he was also becoming fitter and fitter day by day. Dad! Bhaiya! Stop exercise and come down now! We are getting very late for dinner, yelled Ritu from downstairs, as their house was a duplex one. Ritu was 2 years elder to Rohan and helping her mother in arranging plates at the dining table. It was already 10:40 when both father and son reached at the dining table. It is very bad that you are always so late for dinner every day. From tomorrow onwards, we will not wait for you both and have our dinner at 10, whether you come or not, complained Surekha. Okay dear, okay. Do what you wish. Without exercise, nobody, whether a man or woman, young or old, can remain fit. We are not like both of you, you fat mother and daughter duo. We deserve a good dinner only when we have had our workout. Isn't Rohan? Said Shekhar. Both Surekha and Ritu were plump and overweight, according to their height, and hated exercise in any form. Will you please stop the lecture and won't waste more time to start the dinner? Snapped Surekha irritably. Rohan smiled at his father, who shrugged helplessly, and all had their dinner silently. Please pass that bowl of custard, will you? Asked Shekhar. No, you can't have more. Rohan likes custard. I have made it specially for him, replied Surekha. Shekhar sighed and said, You and your children. This is for Rohan, this is for Ritu. Can't you think of me also? You should have made more of it. Why you make so little of everything? I will take care next time. Now tell me, what happens to Rohan's future plans? Oh yes, I had gone to Mr. Kapoor and he has suggested that a USA visa may take 4 to 5 months more. But Philippines will be very easy. He can send Rohan within a week's time there. Rohan will be back in 8 months after completing his CPL training. USA will be too late. Pilots are in good demand today. Who knows? After coming back from USA, so much time will already be lost that he may not get a good job. Everybody is running to become a pilot. I think Philippines will be fine. What do you say, Rohan? It is okay for me, Dad, if you feel it good. Now it is so decided that Rohan be sent to Philippines. Surekha, you keep his baggage ready, and meanwhile, I'll make arrangements with Mr. Kapoor. It's 2 o'clock. You are turning sides in bed. I'm getting disturbed. I have to go early tomorrow. What's the matter with you? Shekhar asked Surekha, who was unable to sleep. Will you certainly send your only son to such a faraway place? Have you ultimately decided to make him a pilot? It was your idea and our mutual decision. We all have decided to make him a pilot. Virender uncle was also happy, as there will be a pilot in our family also. But such a risky job. These plane crashes, hijacks and all that. Why don't you let him join our factory? Oh, it is not as risky as it looks. Air travel is the safest in the world. Every day thousands of people die in road accidents, but plane crashes are rare. And regarding our factory, you already know that nowadays the profits are not as much as they used to be earlier. Just see all the competition and increased running expenses. Rohan will be happier in this job. I am his father and will always think about his best. Don't worry and sleep now. Surekha closed her eyes and Shekhar was also trying to sleep when his thought wandered to a news which he had read a few days earlier. A young trainee pilot girl from South was killed in a plane crash in Philippines. Her plane had collided with another training plane in the air and she had died due to heart attack even before the plane hit the ground. He had not mentioned about his crash to anybody, not even to Rohan. This was certainly not a good news and could have had adverse effect on the minds of Surekha and Rohan. God is great and he will save my son from any harm, he murmured and again tried to sleep. Only 3 days to go. Everything is arranged. 5 more boys are going. 3 will board from Delhi and 2 from Kolkata. His flight is on Friday, the 25th January at 3 p.m., explained Mr. Kapoor of Kapoor Aviation Academy to Shekhar, who was sitting in front of him in his office. Thank you, Mr. Kapoor. Time is short, but we will manage. Mr. Kapoor was a retired wing commander from Indian Air Force, a handsome man of 65, but very dynamic and fit in spite of his age. His office was at 2nd floor in Janakpuri Community Centre. He used to run all the stairs in one go with enormous space. His being active had kept him fit. He had a broad and impressive face. His petty handlebar moustache gave his reddish face a very stern appearance. He might have been very strict in his commanding days, but now he was very fatherly and polite, although his voice was very harsh and deceived this politeness. He smoked a long pipe which usually dangled inside his teeth while he spoke. The small room was filled with smoke which had somewhat pleasant aroma of the expensive tobacco being smoked. The walls were filled with numerous pictures of Mr. Kapoor taken at different intervals of his career. In one photograph, he was taking some award in the year 1999 from Mr. K.R. Narayanan, the then President of India, shaking hands with the President, smiling broadly at the camera. The uniform looked very shiny, with all his 3 sets of parallel strips on his shoulder clearly visible. In another photograph, a very young Mr. Kapoor, who could easily be recognized with his moustache, which he had kept in those days also, was standing beside a huge 4-engine warplane with a helmet in his hand. There was a cabinet off the wall with a locked glass front containing more than half a dozen trophies and medals. All these things gave the place a convincing atmosphere to the parents and their young children, who came to consult Mr. Kapoor regarding commercial pilots training. First flight is flight number 6E203 from New Delhi, starts at 3 p.m. on 25th January and reaches Kolkata at 5 p.m. Mr. Kapoor was reading from a printed sheet of paper. Flight number SQ517 of Singapore Airlines at 11:50 p.m. from Kolkata to Singapore. Here they will again change the plane. Flight number SQ910, again of Singapore Airlines, starting at 9:40 a.m. on 26th January for Manila, the capital of Philippines. This 9:40 a.m. is Singapore time. What is the time difference of Singapore? When will they reach Singapore? Will there be enough time to board the third plane? When will they reach Philippines? How will... a lot of questions. The older man smiled patiently. The time is 2.5 hours plus for Singapore, as well as for Philippines as compared to Indian time. You have to simply add 2 hours and 30 minutes to your Indian time to find the time over there. The flight from Kolkata is for 4 hours and 10 minutes and they will reach Singapore at 6:30 p.m. Of course, Singapore time. They will have plenty of time as this flight will have to wait for them, being a connected flight. They will reach Philippines at 1:15 p.m. as the final flight takes 3 hours and 35 minutes. Here you can have this sheet of paper. I will have another printout. How will they reach their training center? Shekhar could not help but continue his interrupted question. Well, everything is given on this paper. Someone from the frontline aviation will be waiting at the airport with a vehicle to take them to Plaridel. Plaridel? Yes, Plaridel is the name of the airfield at Bulacan, where this academy and other flying schools are situated. It is about 2 hours drive from Manila Airport. Here are the tickets and passport of Rohan, complete with visa formalities. Rest of the details I will explain to Rohan before he leaves. It is good that 5 more boys are going along with Rohan. If there is any problem, they all will find a way in an unknown country, said Shekhar with a sigh of relief, taking the envelope and the sheet of paper. Not to worry, Mr. Shekhar, as the 2 boys from Kolkata are seniors and already know the place. Oh, then it is fine, said a very relieved Shekhar. So, my hero is going to become a pilot. You will look great in a pilot's uniform. These 8 months will be very painful for me. As it is a matter of your career, I am very glad, Shreya was saying with a poker face. But from the inside of her heart, she was very upset. Promise that you will not forget me for a single moment, she said with a forced smile. Yes, my dear, replied Rohan. Will give me a call every day and report to me with an SMS about your daily events. Yes, boss. Rohan wanted to create a lighter atmosphere, but in fact he was also sad. You will stay away from Filipino girls. Yes, boss. And one more thing. You will give me the first call when you will fly solo for the first time. No, boss, that is not possible. Sorry about that. But why? Shreya was hurt. Because this call will go to my dad. He will be the happiest person on earth. You know, Shreya, what I am today and whatever I will become tomorrow will only be because of my dad. He himself lost his father when he was young. Although He was not lucky enough to get his father's love and caring when he required it the most. But he has loved me and Ritu more than any father would have done on this earth. I understand, Rohan. Sorry. Do as you wish, said Shreya sadly. Don't lose heart, Shreya. After my dad, mom and Ritu, next call will be to you only. Try to understand. Now be a good sport, smile and give me a good luck hug before I go. Rohan was driving back home, still thinking of the discussion with Shreya. He came to remember about one meeting with Mr. Kapoor. Can I become a pilot too? What is the age of becoming a pilot, Mr. Kapoor? Shekhar was asking in a very happy mood. Mr. Kapoor scrutinized Shekhar from head to toe and said, Are you serious? It is not at all a bad idea. In fact, there is no age limit. You should be physically and mentally fit so as to pass Class 2 and Class 1 medical exams, as Rohan has passed. I think that you will become a good pilot because you are already an engineer, know about machines and also have a lot of practical experience of life besides being fit. I was just joking. When my son will fly a plane, I will feel like flying it. I will automatically become a pilot. All burst into a laughter. The thought was suddenly broken. Rohan stopped the car in front of his home. I love you, Dad. No father will be like you. Your feelings are so genuine. Rohan wiped a tear. Don't you mix up with bad boys. You will not even try a cigarette or a sip of alcohol, even for fun. You will take care of your diet and health. You will go to sleep early. There will be nobody to look after you, and you will have to take care of yourself. Surekha was reminding Rohan for the 5th time. He is not a child. He is very careful about his health. He won't do such things that will ruin his health. I know my son very well. A gym will be the first thing he is going to search after his arrival at his flying academy. I have full faith in him. He will take no steps to spoil such a wonderful physique he has crafted with so much hard work in so many years, said Shekhar proudly. Bhaiya, when we will come to Philippines to see you fly a plane, will you give me a ride? Ritu was pleading to Rohan, as if the plane was already there and Rohan was about to fly it. The plane is not meant for such heavy loads. It will be difficult to take off with your weight, Rohan said with a serious face. Mom, see what Rohan is saying, complained Ritu. Rohan, said her mother loudly. Always you are teasing her. You will certainly miss her and cry for her. No, Mom, he is not going to cry for me. He will cry for someone else. Isn't it, Rohan? Ritu, not a word more, warned Rohan, showing her a clenched fist. So, you people are hiding something from me. It is not fair, snapped Surekha. Shekhar merely smiled. Here they come, said Rohan, as he saw 3 boys coming towards them. The topic was cleverly changed. Rohan, come, said one of them. We are going inside. Meet my friends. Dad, this is Abhinav from Dehradun, Thakur from Aligarh, and Sonu from Delhi. All of us were in Kapoor Aviation Academy. 2 more will join us from Kolkata. Namaste, uncle. Namaste, auntie. The boys came forward and touched their feet. God bless you, boys. Take care of one another like brothers, said Shekhar, hugging the 3 boys. Sonu took Rohan away and said, Your dad is very handsome and looks so young. Huh? Abhinav and Thakur agreed. He is my father, my friend, and my elder brother too, replied Rohan proudly. Okay, Mom, Dad. Rohan reached them and touched their feet. Both hugged and blessed him. Then he hugged Ritu and rushed inside the airport building with moist eyes. Surekha and Ritu displayed their bravery till Rohan was out of sight. Then they immediately started sobbing, bursting into hysterical tears simultaneously, as if controlled by a common switch. Oh, come on, both of you. He is going for 8 months only. Time will fly. These are modern days. He has a mobile phone, and you will be able to speak to him whenever you wish. You can even have a video chat and see him. After a few months, we will try to go there and see him fly. Shekhar was trying to calm them down. Okay, I have to go now. You have your car and go home. Shekhar turned his back quickly and rushed towards the parking lot without looking back. Just half mile away from the airport, Shekhar stopped his car along the footpath, hid his face in the steering wheel and cried, "Rohan, my son, God bless you. May God be your savior. I love you, my son. I love you." A cop appeared, tapped the window with his baton and said sternly, "Move on, you can't stop here." Shekhar looked up. The policeman softened when he looked at his tearful face. "Are you okay? Can I help you?" "No, thank you. I'm all right," said Shekhar, wiped his face with his coat sleeve, smiled at the policeman, and put the car into gear. The four young men took the boarding passes and moved into the blue-tailed Indigo Airbus A230-232 aeroplane and took their seats in the center of the plane. Rohan took the window seat. Sonu sat in the center with Thakur at the center corner. Abhinav was at the other center corner in the same row. Rohan viewed outside. The front of the huge wing was visible. Soon the plane was full with passengers. Announcements were made and the plane slid ahead for the takeoff. The 2 hours of journey to Kolkata passed very fast. By discussing about themselves, their family, and making plans for the future. The passengers are requested to tighten their seat belts as the plane is about to land at Kolkata Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose International Airport very shortly. The announcement was made without missing a single word of the long name of the airport, as even a small letter changed will change the destination to some place other than Kolkata. The boys smiled and tried to remember the name, lest the authorities may detain them if they couldn't repeat it when asked as a viva question. It was 10:20 p.m. when the boys had deposited their luggage for the Singapore-bound plane and were drumming on the table for the restaurant, waiting for the coffee, when 2 boys appeared and joined them with extended hands. "Hi," said the taller one. "My name is Thomas Matthews, and this is Girish Sinha. I think you 4 are also bound for frontline aviation at Philippines." "Oh yes, have a seat and join us," said Thakur. "Are you also starting in our batch?" Sonu asked. "No, we are not going for the first time. Girish is from Tatanagar. He has already completed and is going for a few multi-engine hours. He has not yet cleared DGCA exams and some of his flying hours have lapsed. I have completed 130 hours and have yet to complete the remaining hours left. By the way, basically I am from Kerala, presently working as a chef in the Taj at Mumbai. After my hotel management training," Thomas replied. "It is very strange. After having done such a good course and with such a good job, you are going to become a pilot? Such a great change of career," Abhinav commented. "Oh, since my childhood days, I fancied aeroplanes and flying, but my father was unable to afford this expensive training. He forced me to join hotel management course, but my dream was always to become a pilot. I have now earned enough money of my own to finance myself for this training. And here I am, a few hours away from my dream," laughed Thomas good-naturedly. "In your good company, of course." "Surely, but we want a little promise," said Rohan with a broad smile. "What?" Thomas was surprised, along with others. "That you will be preparing different food items for us whenever it is convenient to you. God knows what we will be given to eat in Philippines," explained Rohan. "Right, Bhaiya?" "Bhaiya? Emotional blackmail? You Delhi guys are very smart. Look, I am 28 and you all are around 20-22. I'm like your elder brother. It will be my pleasure to make food items for you, and I want respect from you in exchange," said Thomas gravely. After half an hour, all were moving arm in arm towards their Singapore Airlines plane, laughing and talking as if they knew one another for years and years. Rohan made a call to Shekhar, Surekha, Ritu and Shreya, telling them about the events of the day and that now he was about to leave India for Singapore. Rohan and his friends entered the Singapore Airlines SQ517 flight airplane and were amazed at its enormous size. They were looking at the width and length of the plane with wide eyes. They were in the rear economy class compartment. Besides 3 seats, each near the window, there were 3 more in the middle also. "Why are you so amazed?" said Thomas smilingly. "This is one of the Boeing 777-21 aircraft with a seating capacity of about 300 passengers. The new Boeing A380 is almost double this plane, and as many as 540 passengers can travel on its 2 decks. "2 decks?" Sonu asked. "Yes," explained Thomas. 185 passengers on upper deck and about 350 on the lower deck. This is the general 3-class configuration. If there are only economy class seats, this plane can accommodate as many as 850 passengers. All were listening intently and were so stupefied as if listening to some horror story. After some considerable moments, Rohan broke the silence. "By the grace of Lord, we will also fly one A380 someday." "Amen," said the rest. The plane took off right near midnight. The lights of the city below them were like inverted sky, full of twinkling stars, and soon the lights became smaller and smaller while the city disappeared into darkness below them. However, the real sky was still there, shining beautifully, and so much full of stars, not usually visible from crowded megacities because of the atmospheric pollution. All relaxed, yawned and slept, dreaming about their future, about their dear ones in their homes, thinking about their future plans, about the coming adventurous life that they will be away from their homes for so many months to come. Time passed fast, and after about 4 hours and 15 minutes, they were arriving at Singapore Airport. It was 6:30 a.m. local time at Singapore Airport, and they were to board the next plane for Philippines at about 9 a.m. There were still a few hours available to put into their interrupted sleep. They adjusted themselves comfortably on the chairs of the restroom along with the many other passengers who were sailing in the same boat. This Singapore Airlines plane was again a Boeing 777-200 plane. Starting at 9:40 a.m., it was to reach Philippines at 1:15 p.m. All the friends had some sandwiches and coke at the plane. As their destination was approaching, the old trainees were narrating their experiences of their training, about the place, about the instructors, about their hostel, about the training planes, and about everything. The new boys were full of curiosity and overwhelmed with joy. Soon they will fly like birds. A very daring, adventurous, and prosperous life awaited them. They were a few very lucky persons among millions and millions of the rest of Indians and hence the rest of the world. The time now was very hard to pass. Everything was very slow. The plane seemed very dull and slow on the sea, which was never ending. The old trainees were still talking, their lips moving. The new ones were listening but not understanding, just watching them, nodding their heads, their minds elsewhere. At last, there was a call to fasten the seat belts as Manila Airport was arriving, which was called as Ninoy Aquino International Airport. Soon the arrow-shaped airport building was visible and the plane landed.